But Pat, you said that, I think when you walked in too, there was 3 levels of heat. And Andrew Tate said this live. He said there's 3 ways to get you out of the matrix. They cancel you. They did one part. Number 2, they put you in jail. And he goes, the third part, and he goes, this is the scary part, is they kill your ass. You fall, you have a heart attack, a plane crashes. So he has strike 2. There's one more strike, and like you said, like when is enough? When is the point, Pat, that you say, okay, I'm gonna shut up? Or do you think he's so diehard, really for the people, just like Elon doing what he's doing, that he's like, I don't give a shit, I'm gonna ride this wave to the end? What do you think? Where do you think he's at?
I think he's a true believer. I don't think he's, because if you want to if it's just purely about money, you don't do what he's doing. There's other ways to make money. If it's just purely about money, there's easier ways to make money without being a target. He is a true believer of what he believes in. Doesn't mean you have to agree with it, but he's not spewing out stuff that he doesn't believe in. Now, some of the stuff is marketing. Some of it is showmanship. He's an incredible showman. He's the combination of a great communicator, great storyteller, great troll, great showman, and a true believer. Combined all in one, which is an unreal combination. There are people that tell great stories, but here's how they talk. So, Vinny, 6 o'clock in the morning, they went in. Mm-hmm. When they opened the door,
what happened?
They saw 3 lions.
Oh,
one of them winked at them. The other one had to go to the bathroom.
Oh, shit.
The third one was missing its mom. All of a sudden, in the back, there was 3 rats that ran.
Detail.
Yeah, but this
there's no inflection.
Bam, 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 bam.
Yeah.
So it's like, so he's doing that, and then he's mocking them. He's mocking the powerful people. Look, it's you cannot be surprised when you bully the bully. There are levels to bullies. Okay, you know what's the lowest level bully? What's the lowest level bully?
Internet?
No. What's the low? Think about the
Just
bullies in your life.
Picking on weak people.
And then what's the lowest level bully?
Picking on like the weakest.
But what's the fastest way to filter out somebody that's a low level bully?
To filter them out?
Yeah, how do you feel? Let's go through different levels of bullies.
Okay.
Lowest level of bully is what? What's the lowest level of a bully?
Calling you names?
I know. So how do you and I categorize how strong of a bully this guy is? What's the first thing you do to a bully to find out if this guy's a real bully?
You step to him.
You step to him.
Yeah, 100%.
If they back down, what were they?
Coward.
Yeah,
They're the lowest level bully.
Okay, got you.
What's the second level bully?
That if you do step to them to fight, they're going to fight you.
Okay, if you step to them and they fight, and they'll actually fight you.
Yeah.
Okay, and then if at the end of the fight, you maybe got your ass beat by the bully, but you were not willing to stop fighting, and he finally said, listen, I got respect for you. You're bloody. Yeah. But he's got a couple shots you got in as well. He whooped your ass.
Yeah.
It's like, I respect you. Listen, man, let's just kind of respect, but don't mess with me, right? He still stays bully, but now he knows.
Yeah.
So he's still a bully.
Yeah.
Okay. The third kind of bully is what?
They beat your ass, and then they keep coming and
they
keep coming. They're
coming
relentless.
and keep coming. But you know what the highest level of bully is? They bully you. Okay. You say something to them. They smile at you. They leave. And you don't hear anything about them ever again. But
until
one day.
No, you don't hear from them. Slowly but surely, your life starts getting worse and worse and worse in the most random, weird ways. Those types of bullies generally work for the government. Those types of bullies don't work
like, where's Pat
in the
going?
free enterprise. Okay?
Yeah.
Those types of bullies are the kind of bullies that will use laws, will use regulation, will use cops, will use SWAT,
judges, everybody.
Judges will use everybody to make your life a living hell until they break you. And all they look forward to is seeing your broken face one day. And you know what is a look of a broken face of a man? We've seen it many, many times. There's many broken faces to see in the history of mankind. There's been many of them where at one point you're like, man, I would have never seen this guy be the way he is. They broke him. They break his family. They break his money. They break his morals. They break his relationships. They destroy this person. So this guy in Tate, he chose out of all the bullies in the world to say, screw this. I want to go up against those bullies.
Yeah.
When you go up against those bullies, you have to make sure your army is also filled with bullies.
Is there any way that you can win against those types of
No.
bullies.
Yes,
How can
there
you?
is.
I'm
yes,
hear this.
Yes, there is. The way you win, you have to make sure you have a lot of people from large establishment organizations that support you, such as any reason why Dana White's untouchable? Are you kidding me? Dana White talks at RNC. Dana White puts Trump on his plane. Dana White goes on the Air Force One with Trump. Dana White calls everybody's bullshit out. Dana White does what he does. Dana White's doing whatever he wants to do. How come nobody goes after him? Mm-hmm. Any reason why they're not targeting him? How come the government? How come no one's touching that guy? Go ahead and touch him. How many people support him? You know how many people support him? The best football players, the best baseball players, the best actors, the best. He's won the loyalty of so many influencers that they got his back. Mm-hmm. So what you do with a Dana White, and by the way, the thing with Dana White you got to also give him respect to, is Dana White has also learned how to be wise. His answers, he'll say things like this. Look, I don't know how you know Trump. Here's how I know him. When I needed to get a place to rent out to do my first fight, he was the first guy that was there for me. He's always been respectful for me. He's always done this. He doesn't go to the levels that he goes to. Mm-hmm. He just goes right.
Yeah.
Right there.
Yeah.
So, and the other person that earned a little bit of saint status as well, where they almost got him, but he's earned saint status, is Joe Rogan. Joe Rogan earned saint status. When they try to kind of drop him, the good decision Joe made, believe it or not, the best decision Joe made, as crazy as this is going to sound, one of the best decisions Joe made is that he signed his contract with a company that's not in the U.S. Spotify's not in the U.S.
Sweden, right?
He's in Sweden. Like Spotify, Sweden's like, dude, we deal with the rules and regulations of Sweden. We're not buddies going out to dinner with these Facebook, Google, all these people that are on YouTube. No, we're not. We're on in our own planet. In the world of bodybuilding, there was one guy bodybuilder that's hated. His name was Dorian Yates. And he won 6 of them. The reason why they hated Dorian Yates is because he always trained in UK, never came to the parties, never went to the clubs. No, he did a little bit, but he was a guy that you wouldn't see him for 1 year, and he would only do one competition per year, Mr. Olympia. Everybody else was doing shows. So you would always see what they're looking like. This guy doesn't do nothing, and then all of a sudden shows up to Mr. Olympia, takes his shirt off, people like, holy
Who the hell is
shit.
that
The
guy?
champ How
is
the hell
here.
are you going to beat
The
this
champ
guy,
is here.
right? So, meaning Sweden, Spotify sitting there saying, you guys keep talking shit to each other. We're kind of going to be over here, okay? And we're going to keep Rogan. We don't care what you say. He's got his own opinions. We're going to keep him on. We're not going to cancel him. So, I don't know. Tate, he's not naive. He knows what he's doing. He knows who he's targeting. There's a reason why he wants to be in a place like Romania strategically. Tate is smarter than this. He knows if it came down to it. Look, I'll show you something which is so funny on how much the media manipulates and people fall for this bullshit, right? Take a look at this. This is one of the craziest things I saw the other day. I'm going to send it to you, Rob, and just put it on the computer so we can see it. By the way, meanwhile, can you do a poll as well just to see if people feel there is credibility, there is anything else to it or not?
We did a poll. Do you think Andrew Tate is guilty of human trafficking? Had 6,893 votes. 87% said no.
87%
Smart
said,
87%.
Said no, he is not guilty of human trafficking.
13% said yes.
Yes.
87% said no. Okay, interesting poll.
Well, that's our audience.
I just sent you what I sent you. Can you pull up what I just sent you right there?
You guys know what I think would be a great thing, Pat? And I'm pretty sure this would be a great bit. I don't know, because when you said UFC and, Dana White, isn't Tate supposed to fight Jake Paul, right? How great would that be if he does get arrested and he's in jail? They do the fight in the middle of the prison. And it's like Tate versus him and he's in a Romanian prison. I'd pay to watch that. I wouldn't illegally stream it.
Yeah, I'd like to see actually what Logan Paul says at this point.
Oh,
Because we all know
what do you
the
think he's
beef that
saying
they
right now?
Logan
have.
Paul cannot say anything
He's-
right now because CoffeeZilla's going after him hardcore.
Who-
Because of,
Oh, big time.
because of crypto and what happened with crypto.
gotcha.
So
Yeah,
it's a
his
very
NFT.
He's biting his tongue
dealing
right
with.
now.
I want you to read this. I want you to read this real quick with me. So zoom in a little bit so everybody can see. Just kind of press the green button. Yeah, there you go. And then so check this out. Before Ukraine crisis, here's what the Guardian said: "Welcome to Ukraine, the most corrupt nation in Europe. After Ukraine crisis, to the right, the fight for Ukraine is a fight for liberal ideas."
I love how you whispered
Before Ukraine crisis, Reuters, Ukraine's neo-Nazi problem. After Ukraine crisis, Reuters, for foreign fighters, Ukraine offers purpose, camaraderie, and a cause. Before Ukraine crisis, Vox, a Ukrainian comedian turned president is embroiled in Trump's impeachment mess.
Yes.
CNN to the right. Ukrainians are giving 2 lessons in democracy that Americans have forgotten about. New Europe to the left before Ukraine crisis. Ukrainian president rule because increasingly corrupt authoritarian. Washington Post after Ukrainian crisis. Zelensky, the TV president, turned war hero.
I mean, love the whisper.
But you know what is crazy about this?
Yeah.
Like here's the part that drives me insane sometimes is how people are naive and they're not paranoid and skeptical enough. I trust a guy more that says, look, I don't know if Trump did anything with Russia, but maybe he did. Maybe he did. Okay, I'm good with that. You're right. Maybe he did. If he did, let's see what the courts have to say. Even if a person says right now, look, man, I don't like this guy. I don't like what he says, but maybe he did some of this stuff, but I don't want to jump to conclusions saying he did. I kind of want to learn more about it. Let's see what happens over the next weeks where some other stories come up. How do you believe a media that at one point was telling you how horrible corrupt Ukraine was just a couple years ago? Literally, this is not 20 years ago. Just a couple years ago, and out there telling us the new Churchill leader worldwide is a guy named Zelensky. FYI, no one's sitting here telling you Putin is the greatest thing since sliced bread. No one's telling you that. All we're saying right now is stop being so damn naive and believe in everything you hear. So this is the point I was going to make to Tate. The point I was going to make to Tate is the following. He has to be smart enough. He's a very witty guy, but I know the one benefit he's got, it's the ultimate benefit a man can have, is to have the brother that he has. Those two have a 100% bond with each other, which is like a father's dream, okay? A father's dream would be to have your sons be that tight to each other. And they're both smart, and they've been both raised by a sharp guy, which is the father, okay? So it's not like this is a regular lightweight guy. This guy, just assume, when I hear these guys talk, you know all I think about? Here's all I think about. My visual goes to Dad's in the car driving, Andrew sitting shotgun, Tristan sitting in the back, and he's asking, what do you think about the CIA? What do you think what just happened with Russia? What do you think about Stalin? What do you think about Lenin? Let me tell you history about what happened in South Africa such and such years ago. Let me tell you what's going on with U.S. Let me tell you about Jimmy Carter. Let me tell you about this. Imagine their car drives. You can't talk like this and think like this without somebody shaping your mindset. And the only person you can think about is who? The father. The father is who shaped their mindset to be thinking the way they're thinking.